I have to say that when I got here first, I was like terrified, very frightened, because I had never been in a camp before, not even on vacation. I'm not a huge fan of camping. I'm for more like comfortable accommodations. But I like the idea to try and to play with this idea and all the rest. So I have to say that when I got here and I've been told that it had rained all the time the first week, I was going, okay, I don't unpack my stuff, I just leave, or I ask a room in the hostel to stay there. Then I got lucky because the sun, I mean, the weather changed in better. We had such a nice and sunny and windy days, not too sunny. So the weather was perfect. Actually, we are talking about the weather. You're right. I kind of felt I got a connection with nature that normally I don't have. I live in a big city with high skyscrapers, very few parks. So it has changed. I don't know if, but I think it did affect my writing in some way. But when I write, I try to stick more to people, to the bodies of the actors, more than, of course, I mean, the place where you are is everything. But since I started to write this kind of play I'm working on, I kept thinking about the actors that I met here in October. For me, it's very important to visualize energies and bodies and faces and what they, I mean, communicate to me when I met them. It, just writing in abstract, it's more difficult to me. So I think the most important question that I make myself every day since I write for television, for theater, for stuff is where is the reality, which is I mean the eternal conflict between reality and fiction, and what are they, and can you show reality, to bring reality, in which measures. So this was the front for me, the front I wanted to work on it. And then it came um, history, the idea of history, uh, for sure, because in some way we are here for a big historical celebration. So everything started with this battle of nation that I could not just forget it. So I wanted to put things together, and history is a good is a good example today to talk about what we perceive as real and what we think it's completely fake. On the newspaper, they say that we are making history with our smartphones, with the internet, and with Twitter is the new reality. But I don't know if the Arabic Spring was like a revolution, just good things and freedom for them, or it's just something like that someone decides to sell like this, just nice pictures to give to this in our civilized world, or so um, it's a big issue. I don't have an answer, of course. It's just questions and thinking about what is actually reality and what we can call history, and which is the history or the story, because in the text I'm writing, I always play with the word story. Story is just a nice story to tell, the big story with the history, the big history with the H, capital H, or just the story you want to tell, your version of facts. So it's about all the storytelling possible, and their limits, or there are many plot conspiracy, like so what's real and what is not. And I didn't want to talk about that with. No, I was looking for a form to talk about that, and I choose this one.
Uomo inseguito dalla storia. Człowiek ścigany przez historię. The man who is chased by history. Ein man.
Ich hab ihn erwischt!
Der von der Geschichte verfolgt wird.
Erwischt! Darf ich ihn behalten? Kopf eines Königs!
Und für Tante wurde nichts.
Nicht noch auf mehr dumme Gedanken, ja?
Das muss der Kopf eines starken und mächtigen Mannes.
Alles, was er besaß, haben sie mit seine Kinder in Stücke gehackt und seine Sklaven gezwungen, seine Bäuche über seinem Grab zu öffnen.
Das ist keine Person, es ist ein Symbol. Schau dir dieses Gesicht an.
Ein schönes symbolisches Gesicht.
Es ähnelt einer Frau.
Wir haben den Bindestrich übersehen. Ja, ihr wart so in Rage, ich habe das schon gemerkt, okay? Bitteschön.
Es ist schade, dass es nur ein Symbol ist. Symbole haben keinen Knochen. Man kann sie nicht einmal foltern.
Dieser schöne symbolische Körper.
Many people ask me, or they found something in my work that remind them to Commedia dell'arte, Dario Fo, and it's very funny for me. It's very weird because in Italy no one could think about this connection with my writing, but what I do and Dario Fo, no. But maybe I'm Italian, so you have to make some connection with what you know. And so I understand, but then I thought about it and I thought, well, maybe when I was thinking to going there, I just brought with me some tools that I felt like they were representative, or not, I don't know. But I think I chose these allegorical figures for sure to take the distance, but even to step outside from the issue, the conflict between post-dramatic and realism. I want to step outside from that thing that I've been, because in Italy now, post-dramatic theater is on. It's trendy. Everybody does it. It's like everybody, not everybody. It's still something new somehow. There are directors specialized in that kind, and they look at German directors as examples to follow and interesting way of doing it. And actually, I've been working with one of these directors for many years so far. So I wouldn't say that I'm an expert of. We don't even have books about post-dramatics. We know that in Germany there are studies and there are experts and they study at school, but we don't have that in Italy. And on the other hand, there's still people who tries to bring, to pretend that what you do on stage it's real in some way. So I wanted just to step aside, and so I make fashion and death and history characters, and I give them the words. So yeah, I can just put myself outside of the frame. For living, I do much television. I do write program television. So usually when I do my theater, I try to escape from this kind of dialogues and situation and like the classical storytelling. Who are they? What they want from each other? What's happening? Where is the focus of the scene? But sometimes you realize that just telling story, it's not just bullshit, television bullshit. It's like the essence of everything, no? So I use and I enjoy using these very basical effects or instruments to create history, just to get involved emotionally in some way, to develop other messages, or maybe to be on an higher level or another level of plotting of contents. But I do enjoy using like shades of classical storytelling. I intend to go on working on it, like to make it at this point. I want to make it a proper play, like structured, more structured than I thought. I think it's calling me like, okay, structure me and it'll finish me. No, I like I'm satisfied with what I'm doing here, and I got ideas to develop it. Tomorrow the audience will not tomorrow I'll be home. Not tomorrow, this evening the audience will see the end, but okay, I managed to write this very fast ending just to arrive to some point, but I don't know, maybe it will change or just to add some scenes, but I don't have any images on it. I just I like the challenge. I mean the possibility that when a director takes your text, he sees in it something that you've never imagined, and so I thank him. Or maybe I'd be mad at him and I would hate him, but at least it would be a conflict, something that can generate something new. So I like the way they are doing here, because it's so right for this place. This open air theater. It's a new experience, another new experience for me actually. Even if I live in Italy, we don't do much open air theater, not in the contemporary writing, just Shakespeare. After this experience, I would say that it would be more interesting than if it was the first experience. In Italy, I would say, it's a way to save money. Let's rent some rooms, please. We don't have to live all together. Why should we? But after this experience, yeah, I would do it again in Italy, of course, with the spray against mosquito in my hand, and the other hand, I don't know, I have to think.